Hi, my name is Kevin Quadrosi, and on behalf of USA Track and Field's Merchandise Department, I'm here to present to you a proposal for a new inventory management system. Next slide. Now, some quick facts about how much the company has grown over the years. We'll talk about 2001 was the birth of the merchandise store. 2005 we moved into a bigger warehouse, as we all know. In 2008 we purchased a truck with a trailer to start a mobile store that toured the country in different events and races. In 2008 we also established an eBay store to boost international sales. In 2008 we also re-signed our sponsor with Nike and we were able to purchase usatf gear that we paid for Nike, and we sold that. And then we also received some national team gear which went to the athletes for the Olympics, but all that profit, considering we were sent that gear for free, we were able to sell for 100% gross profit. In 2009, we introduced two more merchandise vehicles, two vans, one towards the West Coast and one towards the East Coast. In 2009, we also reached $850,000 in sales, which is a huge increase over the past couple of years. In 2009, we set a goal for ourselves within the next 3 years. We want to hit $4 million in sales of merchandise. So it has a little brief background, and please turn to the next slide. So our goals coming into this year, we all knew that Doug Logan made three main goals, which was to win 30 medals in London, which was the next Olympics in 2012, to increase membership sales by 30%, and to reach an annual budget of $30 million. And this is where we're going to be focusing on. $23 million was supposedly going to come from sponsorship TV. $3 million is coming from memberships, and $4 million, which is our chunk, will be coming from merchandise sales. So we need to increase that within 3 years. Next slide, please. So the problem here, the reason we need an inventory management system is that we have a rapid growth of sales and inventory since we started the store in 2001 until 2009 today. We have over 1,000 different products that in and out of the warehouse throughout the entire year, and we have one person managing this inventory. This is a very difficult process, and obviously it's a lot of merchandise for only one person to handle. In 2012, with the Olympics on the horizon, we were going to need more space. We possibly might need more space in the warehouse, considering the Sydney Olympic gear took up a lot of space. Once we got rid of that, Athens gear actually had more gear than Sydney. Got rid of that. Beijing gear came in 2008, which also had more gear than the Athens Olympics. And we're assuming that the London Olympics in 2012 will take up even more space than the previous Olympic years. Therefore, we're looking into buying more space, possibly. Next slide. Now, my solution is through the company WiseTrack Portable Asset Tracking Systems. We'll purchase a custom application through them, and it will make it easier to inventory new shipments into the system that we already have in place. Inventory unsold merchandise back into the system once they bring back merchandise from our mobile stores out through the country. Correct inventories from the road, in the warehouse and online store. Cut down on lost or stolen items. Help utilize warehouse space efficiently. Help order new items through Nike, even though we don't reorder items, because once Nike makes an item for us, most of the time we don't get a new item until we sell that, but we never are able to reorder or restock any items. Once Nike makes the product, we are unable to restock it, like we all know already. Help or save time by knowing exactly where everything is in the warehouse and what we have on the road. And also another big asset would be, or another big solution would be, we're avoiding to hire more employees with this new system. Next slide. Some expenses here. The actual inventory management system I've looked into buying or purchasing would cost approximately $11,000. This would include 4 integrated scanners, a custom container tracking application, a barcode software and printer, integrated warehouse floor plan, basic customer support, and minimal customer training. The container tracking application is a custom application through WiseTrack that would allow us to synchronize what we have, synchronize with in place a custom program, synchronized with what we have now, which is a code written by our own IT specialist that links up with UPS shipping codes in our online store and inventory. Therefore, we'll be able to implement this new container tracking custom application right in with the old system, just to make it more efficient. Next slide, please. Now, some major savings that we're going to incur here would be to avoid purchasing another warehouse at least for a few years on the horizon, which would be $42 million a year. That's what we pay now for our warehouse per year. Not having to hire more employee help, which is also getting to a crunch with only one person managing all the inventory. This would be approximately $35,000 a year, paying for only one person's salary. And also cutting down on theft or lost merchandise, which accounted for $5,000 last year, which is quite a lot. Just usually, most of the time on the mobile side of things, on the road, losing and stealing merchandise is a problem. This would also, another savings that's non-monetary would be improving customer satisfaction. Just on the eBay store alone last year, we sold 602 items, and we also received 30 negative or neutral feedbacks, which can pretty detrimental on eBay. These were due to improper inventory items, and we were unable to sell the items because we didn't have the items that were on eBay. So some estimated savings total would be $82,000 for at least the next 3 years, and the non-monetary benefits would be more efficient and increasing customer satisfaction. Next slide. Now, some benefits to our new integrated inventory system would be the 4 integrated scanners. With these, we'd be able to scan pallets of merchandise, new pallets of merchandise shipped in from Nike, scan out inventory that's packed for events and shipped out via online store, scan back in inventory that's unsold from events that the trucks bring back to the warehouse, or to scan that back in, keep updated and accurate inventories online and on the road, synchronize with our online store inventory, which is already in place. And the scanners would also be used as a POS system, point of sale system on the road, and we'll be able to, obviously, once we sell an item, it'll be inventoried right out of the system automatically. This would be pretty easy to implement because all the pallets and boxes that are sent from Nike already have barcodes provided by Nike. So this would be, a big thing would be to get in contact with Nike and use their provided barcodes and get in cooperation with them to sync up with our system, so we'll be able to scan the boxes or pallets. These mobile scanners would also be able to send mobile sales reports each day on the road. Obviously, using it as a POS system, we'll be able to see how much sales we sold and what we sold based on our inventory as well from the warehouse when all our vans and trucks are out on the road. Next slide. Some more benefits would be the container tracking application. Now, this is a custom application through WiseTrack that would enable us to scan pallets or boxes, which are provided by Nike, to get the complete inventory of what's inside the container. This is a major time-saving application. It'd be implemented in cooperation with Nike, like I said before, to match up with their barcodes provided. And this would also allow us to keep inventory on pallets. This would we'd be able to condense boxes together, which would save a ton of space in the warehouse, which would be our major cost if we had to purchase a new warehouse. The barcode software and printer that we would be purchasing would enable us to create our own barcodes and tag boxes or pallets. This would be easier for us to find certain things and ship out shipments to events. So our mobile sales team will be able to find exactly what they're looking for, and they know exactly what they have. So save space in the warehouse because we'd be able to condense boxes and know what's in the box without even opening it. So keep the warehouse, trucks, and vans more organized, and it would ease shipping to events and to our mobile sales team. Like I said previously, they would know exactly what they're getting just by scanning the box. Because typically it takes us to 2 days to inventory unsold mobile merchandise. So just being able to, once we get the merchandise back, just being able to scan the boxes, knowing exactly what we have, putting it back into the system will be a lot easier and a lot more time efficient. Next slide, please. Some other benefits, integrated warehouse floor plan that we're looking to purchase would obviously be a huge organization software for the warehouse. With 1,400 square feet and numerous pallets and over 400 products at one time. Like I said, we get different shipments in all the time, usually by season. It's difficult to remember item location in the warehouse. This floor plan is able to record position of boxes, pallets, or certain item categories, however we choose. It would be easy to be able to look up a product or a product number, and it would tell us exactly where the item is on the floor plan of the warehouse. It'd be easy to fill orders because we know exactly where things are, easy to pack for events, and easier to find items overall. This would save a ton of time for us, especially during the summer season when we have a ton of events, trying to pack very quickly, ship out boxes very quickly. This would be a major improvement. Customer service and our customer training support that we're looking at purchasing would be minimal packages just to keep the cost down. Only few employees would actually need the training, the customer training, just because there's only about 8 people that would actually be dealing with this software within the merchandise between all our sales teams members on the road and our one person taking care of inventory in the warehouse. This would approximately be a 3-day session, training session, and both options can be upgraded or downgraded based on how we see fit after the first year of purchase. The application is very user-friendly according to WiseTrack, therefore it'd be pretty easy to get a grasp on things, hopefully, and we wouldn't need too much more. Next slide, please. So the culture of USAF Track and Field is very ethical, creative, efficient, and innovative within the governing bodies of the U.S. We're the most profitable governing body of all the U.S., and we're the largest merchandise department, as we all know. WiseTrack helps with efficiency and innovation, so it's a great match for us and WiseTrack together, matching up with our culture perfectly. The customizable management system that we're looking at purchasing would enable us to be very creative and it's very adaptable. So therefore we'll be able to use the technology how we feel fit, matching up with our innovative side of our culture. Continuing to be profitable and among leaders in national governing body is what we're looking to do. I think with WiseTrack it matches up perfectly because it helped us with being efficient, being creative, and being innovative. Next slide, please. So some collateral costs that we're looking at would be the customization costs are included within the $11,000. So our IT specialist, Keith Lively, who currently wrote the program that's in place now, matching up with our shipping and inventory, matching up with UPS tracking codes. So he'd also be on a 3-day training session, learning how to integrate the container package into our system that's already in place. Therefore, our integration costs would be pretty minimal. He's a very smart guy dealing with codes, and he'd be easily coded into the position we have in place now. Some foreseeable problems would be excessive growth. With the growth rate we have currently, we're looking at expanding rapidly come 2012 in the Olympics. Therefore, we might have to lease a new warehouse, purchase a new vehicle for our mobile sales team, and if we sign an additional sponsor, which we're also looking at other than Nike to support us with merchandise, we'd have to integrate them within our barcode system and add application options with the possibility of enabling us to restock or reorder items from that potential sponsor. So therefore, we might have to tweak the system a little bit, hiring a new sponsor. Also, problems would equal purchasing more training, customer integration support, scanners, and more adaptable applications. If we did sign a new sponsor or our growth got too big, we had to purchase a new warehouse. Therefore, there is some cost if these things happen. Next slide, please. Well, the conclusion is that the cost would be about $11,000. Our potential savings over the next few years would be about $82,000, not having to buy a new warehouse, not hiring more employees, cutting down on some theft and stolen items, improving customer satisfaction. So the next 3 years that we're looking at for savings. And also, WiseTrack services help align with our culture very well, would help us attain our goal of $4 million in the foreseeable future, and also would help us become more efficient and organized, which is an organization we're looking to do as it is. So that's why I think we should partner up with WiseTrack and purchase an inventory management system. And I'm Kevin Quadrosi. Thank you for listening.